Hey guys, this is Sahil and welcome to this exclusive episode of Weekly Mastermind where we are going to look up at the overall analysis of what all we saw in the first half of this particular month of August, as well as what all we can expect in the next half of August month, because right now since last 2 to 3 weeks market is looking slightly dicey, and along with that it is you can consider in a retracement zone. So what all we can expect in upcoming week, as well as by end of this particular month, what are going to be the conditions of marketplace, that's what we are going to understand further into this particular episode of Weekly Mastermind. So ensure that you are watching this particular video till the end so that you can get maximum value as well as you can understand every single concept in depth. So Weekly Mastermind for 20th of August 2023, where we are going to look up at first market index, what are the current outperforming and underperforming sectors, what are the weekly gainers and losers from last 1 week, current trending as well as tracking stocks, as well as some of the previous cup pattern stocks which we are already discussing since last so many weeks. So market index, as you can look up at Nifty, Sensex, and Bank Nifty, all are on the lower side, but not that bigger sign of concern. Then we have Mid Cap 50, which is almost flattish, which is up by 0.02. Then we have India VIX up by 5.38, and USD INR is slightly moving on the upper side, which is you can consider slightly sign of concern. But overall perspective as of now is not that bearish. Although it is in a panic mode, it is in a retracement mode, but not that completely bearish. So that is also like slightly a bigger, you can consider bigger sign of breath as well as halt for us that market are not completely in a bearish zone. Then if you look up at the charts of Nifty 50, then you will be able to see that monthly is above 60, squeeze open on the upside, weekly is also above 60, but since last 4 weeks it is giving retracement. And right now on weekly time frame, it is almost around 61, 62. And if upcoming week is like bullish one, if it takes 60 support, then it is a good sign. If it breakdowns of 60, then it is not a good sign, even in the medium term trend, because on daily time frame, it has already broken down of 60 and it is already between 40, 60. But the only good sign of concern on Nifty 50 is that right now it is taking a halt, which means the market have closed around the support zone itself. And in terms of RSI as well, it is almost around 40, 41. And if it takes support at this point of time, which will be like a very good sign, but if it breaks down, then it is not that good sign for us, even in the short term trend. And on Bank Nifty, the signs are slightly weaker as compared to Nifty, where monthly has given very big red candle, and it has already swallowed 2 to 3 months green candles, already above 60. On weekly, it has broken down of 60, but it is almost around moving average, and maybe in upcoming week, it can take moving average support, and it can furthermore break out of 60 once again. And on daily, it has already broken down of 40. That is why on the short term trend, like short-term side of Bank Nifty, it is already in a bearish zone, like short-term trend itself, not the medium-term or long-term trend as well. Next, we have sector specific. All the sectors were almost on the downside, except media, which was up by 2.33%. Rest were like flattish itself, and Nifty Metal, this was like the worst performing sector in last 1 week, which has given momentum by 2.91 on the lower side. Rest are like flattish itself. Next, we have Nifty IT, where monthly it has freshly broken out of moving average already between 40, 60. Weekly has freshly resisted to cross 60 and previous resistance itself. And on daily, it has again broken down of 60. As of now, even IT is the sector which we can completely avoid. Then we have Nifty Auto, monthly, weekly, all are above 60. And on daily, it has broken down of moving average, broken down of RSI 60. And this was one of the best performing sector in last 1 week. But right now, it is in a consolidation zone. So avoid the auto sector is the first one which we can avoid for this particular quarter. Then we have Nifty Metal, where monthly is already above 60, weekly is taking almost 60 support, and in upcoming week it will decide whether it is going to take 60 support or else it is going to break down. And on daily time frame, we are having like two reversal pattern itself, which is like a spinning top and like a bearish hammer itself on daily time frame. And from this point of time, maybe it can take support and it can furthermore move on the positive side. But as of now, it has broken down of moving average as well. Next, we have Nifty FMCG, monthly above 60, weekly is exactly at 60, and it has formed like a spinning top itself, like doji kind of spinning top, very small body. And on daily, it is taking 40 support. So maybe from this particular point of time, FMCG can take a support and it can bounce back from this point of time. Then we have Nifty Energy, where monthly has freshly resisted to cross 60, weekly is above 60, but since last 3 weeks, it is consolidating, and on daily, it is almost around moving average. And furthermore, the confirmation will happen in upcoming week, whether in the short term trend it is going to break out of 60 or else it is going to sustain between 40, 60 itself. On pharma, we are having monthly above 60, all time high zone, weekly has given consolidation since last 2 weeks, and on daily it has formed like a base, but this is like the perfect base which is outperforming as compared to other sectors as well. Because in other sectors we are having between 40-60 in terms of RSI, but on pharma we are having already above 60, which is a good sign for pharma stocks. Then we have Nifty Infra monthly, weekly above 60, and on daily it has freshly broken down of moving average, freshly resisted to cross 60. So as of now, the short-term trend is slightly in a sideways zone, and we can completely avoid. Then we have Nifty Realty monthly has given red candle almost around all-time high zone. On weekly, it has given like an indecisive candle, and on daily, it is between 40-60, breaking down of moving average. As of now, until and unless we don't get proper confirmation in realty stocks as well, we are completely going to avoid it. Then we have Nifty Media monthly. It is freshly breaking out of 60, but furthermore, confirmation will come up by end of this particular month. On weekly, it is giving completely squeeze open on the upside out of the band, and on daily, it is already forming higher tops and higher bottoms. So media can be one of the outperforming sector in upcoming week as well. Then we have weekly best performers from Nifty 50, where first we are having Adani Ports up by 4.12. Then we have HCL Tech up by 3.47. Then we have Titan, Ultratech Cement, Reliance, Hindustan Unilever, and Maruti Suzuki. These are some of the best performers from last 1 week from Nifty 50. And similarly, the worst performers are like Hindalco down by 6.27, JSW Steel down by 5.34. Then this will be like UPL, IBL Housing Finance, VDL, GAIL, and IndusInd Bank. These are some of the worst performers from last 1 week from Nifty 50. Then we have trend following stocks, which are monthly, weekly, daily above 60. That is this one long term, medium term trend as well as short term trend. First one is escorts, where we are having all the trends above 60, and on daily time frame, it is showing very good current with buying volume, which is a good sign, and selling volume is less, which means bulls are completely taking charge of this particular stock. Then we have Bharat Forge monthly above 60, weekly above 60, and on daily it is giving good shock. But since last 2 weeks, like 1.5 weeks, it is in a consolidation zone. Maybe in upcoming week, once we get proper volume, then we can see proper breakout on this particular stock once again. And then in lower time frame, that is hourly and 15 minutes time frame, we can go for 60 breakout, and then we can definitely enter and into that particular trade as a swing trade with very low risk and high reward trades. Then we have Dixon monthly. It is about to break out of 60. It has already broken out of moving average. On weekly, it is already sustaining above 60 with very good demand. And on daily, it is almost around 61, 62. And even this is like the change in polarity zone, where the previous resistance is now acting as a support. And if it takes support, then this itself is like a strong sign of bullishness. And once it takes 60 support as well, then we can have definitely like a low risk high reward trade based on system 3 advance. Then we have Exide Industries monthly above 60, all time, not all time high zone, monthly above 60. This one squeeze open on the upside and out of the band. Weekly is also having same confirmation, and on daily it is giving like a consolidated uptrend. Once it gives proper breakout, then definitely we can see furthermore momentum on upside. Then we have IDFC monthly above 60, but this particular month it has formed like an indecisive candle. On weekly also it is already sustaining above 60, and on daily since last 2 to 3 weeks it is in a consolidation zone, and this is also one of the stock which we are tracking for further breakout. We are not waiting for 60 breakout and all. We are waiting for the price action breakout so that we can enter fresh with momentum. Then we have some of the stocks which we can track for upcoming week. First is Berger Paint, where monthly is almost around 57, 58. Weekly is already above 60, but daily is almost around 60. Once it breaks out of 60, then we can definitely enter the trade into this based on system 3. Then we have Hind Copper monthly, almost around 60, 61. The only sign of concern is the selling volume for this particular month. On weekly, it has given very, you can consider a sharp move on the downside. And on daily, furthermore, once it takes moving average support, once it breaks out of 60, then we can definitely take a trade. But as of now, it is slightly in a panic mode in a short-term trend. Then we have IBL Housing Finance. This is one of the stocks which we already discussed in worst performers and best performers as well, where the monthly has freshly broken out of moving average already between 40-60, which means monthly time frame, even though for IBL Housing Finance, the all-time high zone is almost around 1400, 1500, and we have a very bigger space on the upside. But until and unless we don't get proper confirmation, we are not going to enter into this particular trade as well, because we don't know whether this is like the base formation or whether it is like a resistance, and it can even go further on the downside. So the best part which we can do is wait for further confirmations, and until and unless we don't get proper confirmations on the upside or on the downside, we don't have to take any of the trades. So on weekly time frame, we are having already above 60, and on daily it is almost around 58, 59. Once it takes almost 60 support and almost moving average support, then we can definitely enter a trade for the short-term trend, not for long-term trend. And this will be like a value buying stock, not a momentum-based stock, that is IBL Housing Finance. Then we have India Cement monthly about to break out of 60, weekly already above 60, and on daily once it takes proper 60 support, and this is also like same as of Dixon where we are having change in polarity. Once it takes support, then we can definitely enter the trade. Then we have PNB since last 3 to 4 weeks, even more than that, it is in a consolidation zone. And on on monthly, it is breaking out of 60, squeeze open on the upside. On weekly also, it is sustaining above 60. But as I've already mentioned, since 5 to 6 weeks, it is in a consolidation zone. And on daily time frame, once it breaks out of 60, because since last how many 1, 2, and 3, it has resisted. It has resisted thrice, and once it breaks out of 60, then it can give further momentum as well as confirmation that it is breaking out of 60 and it is in an uptrend. Next, we have some of the previous cup pattern stocks, where first one is Marathon, where the resolution point was around 333 and current market price is around 362.20, which is a very good sign. Next, we have Velcop, where the resolution point was around 292 and current market price is around 311.95, which has already started showing momentum. And then we have NCC, where the resolution point was around 141.5, and this was like a double cup breakout, and current market price is around 152.10. Right. So these are some of the cup pattern stocks, some of the tracking as well as trending stocks for upcoming week. I hope that you have learned and enjoyed a lot from this particular video as well. And one good thing which I want to share with all of you, those who are present into this particular video and watching this video till the end, is that previously in this particular video series itself of Weekly Mastermind, I have shared a lot of concepts in depth. Although that particular data is like weekly best performers, worst performers, that is like the previous data itself, but the way I have did the analysis, that is definitely going to help you out. And along with that, yesterday itself on our YouTube channel, I have shared this particular video in our technical Saturday series based on relative strength index, that is like concept of oscillators and so on. Ensure that after this particular video, if you haven't yet watched our technical Saturday series, you are going back to that particular series, and whatever takeaways you are going to get from that particular video, ensure that you are also sharing below those videos itself. And it would be glad for me to read your comments and to read your comments and to like those as well. And looking forward to see you in upcoming videos. Till then, make sure you share your biggest takeaways below this particular video as well, whatever you have learned from this weekly mastermind session. And make sure you share this particular video as well as our YouTube channel links to your friends and loved ones, so that they can also understand as well as start their trading journey right from the basics. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.